At least once a week, guys, I have my weekly run where I pretty much just go out for a run, and I do this weekly. It could either be a 30-minute run, it could be a 45-minute run, it could be an hour. The most important thing is that I just go outside and run at least once a week. However, yesterday was a bit different because immediately yesterday, as soon as I woke up, I felt more tired than usual. And pretty much throughout the whole day yesterday, I just didn't really feel like I had high energies. Those days where you just wake up and you don't feel like working out, you don't really feel like working, you literally just feel like staying in bed the whole day, eating, and pretty much not do any significant activities. And for me, yesterday was one of those days. So I pretty much woke up and procrastinated my run until 6 p.m. At 6 p.m. yesterday, I was here in my room. I pretty much just kind of switched off my brain, just put my shoes on and left the house. And bear in mind, my motivation to go for a run was completely zero. I literally couldn't be bothered to go for a run. Kind of turned my brain off and just kind of forced my legs to leave the house and start running. Just literally happened in a matter of like 5 seconds. And then what I realized is that as I was running, the first like couple of minutes, I fucking hated it. But then as I was running and I saw my watch saying 1 kilometer and then 2 kilometers and then 3 kilometers and so on, I started liking this feeling of like achieving something and actually doing something. And as I was running, my motivation to keep running, so to keep going, it literally spiked. It literally increased so much. And also my joy as well, my happiness as well. Felt a little bit depressed before the run. And then as I was running, as I was doing the action that I was supposed to do, it's like my motivation to do the run, so to do the action, it literally increased. And I kept going and I ran for like 45 minutes. And I think I did like 7 kilometers or something. And it wasn't a fast pace, whatever, but still, it was part of my weekly run. As I was running, I literally realized that I was getting motivated as I was running. Before the run, I literally did not feel motivated at all. I literally, as I said before, I couldn't be bothered to go out for a run. But as I was running, there was literally one point where I was running on this road, and then instead of like going straight to my house, I literally did a massive loop around my house so that I could run more, because I just felt so motivated as I was running, as I was doing the action. And this actually reminded me of something which I studied, something which I've learned a couple of years ago from a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck by Mark Manson, which is a book which I really, really highly recommend you guys to read. And it talks about the do something principle, where you pretty much, you're not always going to feel like you want to do something. So sometimes, guys, like me yesterday, you have those days where you just cannot be bothered to do something. And in order for you to motivate yourself and actually do that action, this sounds very obvious. You kind of need to get started by doing that action. So in my case was by going for a run. In your case, it might be going to the gym or maybe studying. And you notice that as you're doing that action, you're getting motivated and you're getting this feeling of like productivity, this feeling of joy as you're doing the action. You don't get that before. And then you realize that once you're done with it, you just feel so much better than you did before. Like yesterday, when I came back home from the run and I was in the shower, like my post-run shower, I just felt so complete. I just felt so good about myself and so thankful that I commanded my legs to leave the house and go for the fucking run. And this is the do something principle, is that you'll get inspired as you're doing the action. So as you guys are like working out, that's when you get the motivation. That's when you get inspired to keep going. Before that, there's going to be days where you're not going to feel motivated, but you just have to like kind of bite your teeth. In Italian, we say I don't know if you say this in English as well, but in Italian, you say you just need to bite your teeth and just do it anyway. And this is a great example, which I'm giving you guys, that happened to me yesterday. Like before the run, I couldn't be bothered. But the most important thing is that you just pretty much command your legs to just leave the house and go for a run and go to the gym and, go, study. You just sit on your desk and you study. And this is like a very, very important lesson which I wanted to share with you guys, is that do something principle. So You're not going to always feel motivated to do something. That motivation is going to come when you're doing the action. But the most important thing is that you just go out there and you do it anyway, regardless of how you feel. And you're going to realize that you're going to get inspired, you're going to get motivated as you actually in the middle of doing that action that you procrastinated, that you actually meant to do. And then you're going to notice that after that, you're going to feel so fucking good. So if you're going to take anything away from this video, is that action comes before motivation. So you do the action first, then you get inspired by it, then you get motivated as you do it, and then the cycle repeats. But the most important thing is that you just get started, that you just literally do it. You kind of turn your brain off and you just command your legs to leave the house, or you command your fucking body to sit on the desk and study, or whatever that could be.